For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dolly Talbott. I'm a Gomeroi woman, born and raised here in Gunnedah. My family are here among you today. We go back 10 generations by European records, and my great-great-great-grandmother was born just down here in the Gomeroi, a place now known as the Woolshed. My grandfather, Reg Talbott, his mother and his grandparents were all born just around the corner here in Rosemary Street. And most of you know my father, Dick Talbott. He's been up here a few times today, so I think you know him. He's lived and worked here all his life, and in his words, there's hardly a property around here that I or our mob haven't worked on over the years. And I must ask him if that includes the Leards. My mother was also a proud Gomeroi woman, and again we go back 9 generations from Bora Crossing and Coruna. We know our ancestral lines and our ties to Gunnedah and its surrounding areas date back much further. You're probably wondering why I'm on about all this family history. Well, I thought about getting up here and damning Whitehaven Coal to bits. But I want people to understand this is not just about coal and money. For us, it's also about family. It's about our heritage, our culture, and our ties to this country. That is what is being destroyed. And I, along with many others here who have been on country in the Leard Forest, have been where Whitehaven Coal are putting the rail spur and have seen why it needs to be protected. I have felt the spirit of our ancestors out there. I have felt their pain. Sorry. I've seen our sacred places and our burials and other sacred areas. I've sat and listened and seen the footprints that were left for us to follow. One of the proudest and most powerful things I witnessed is the elders back walking on their country together, remembering and sharing those memories with each other, with us, their children and grandchildren beside them. Sometimes these memories were obviously painful, but even with this, the contentment of being together, walking on our country and seeing that love of country in their eyes is something I'll always remember. This is our culture, the sharing and coming together of our mob, and that is what is being destroyed. I'm not ashamed that it upsets me, and I cried when I knew the bulldozers had gone in. I've seen the photos of the destruction of our country and its sacred places, felt the anger and frustration of not being able to stop them. My family have a direct ancestor who lies in a traditional burial out there in Ballyarma, yet Whitehaven are not allowing us access to our sacred places. Our elders have been denied access and threatened arrest and disrespected. I'm sad and disgusted that our own mob are allowing themselves to be manipulated and bought off by Whitehaven Coal. But then there are those of you that have stayed true to yourself, who have not put a price on our culture and shown our ancestors and our elders the respect they deserve. To those people, I am immensely proud of you all and would ride the river with you any day. I want to thank also my brother Steve and those others for having the guts to walk off when they did. And I will stand beside you every step of the way because I believe in what we are doing. And I'm deeply proud of Steve as he has shouldered a huge burden in this process as our spokesperson and standing up with us against Whitehaven Coal and their racist bully boy tactics. There's another person who we value and respect who has become a part of our mob and has supported us unconditionally. You know who you are, and your tireless efforts bound you to us and our country always. The government departments of OEH, Department of Planning and Environment, Minister Greg Hunt have failed the Gomeroi people, the traditional owners of this country. None of you at a state or federal level have shown any respect or even taken seriously our complaints and concerns. Ministers at a state and federal level are failing to implement their own acts. Ministers have had our Section 9 and 10, as Des has said, for 83 days and have not shown enough respect to even stop the bulldozers while they determine a result. A minute. I won't be said. One would think it would be given some consideration. After all, we are the traditional people of this country, and given what's happening, one would have to ask the question, what is going on between our governments and this mining company? In Steve's words, Whitehaven seem to be a protected species. They are certainly more protected than our sites. Governments and its agencies have failed us, especially our elders, who are under great stress because of their actions. Whitehaven Coal is a foreign company, but instead, us blackfellas are the ones being treated like the foreigners. It is time for Tony Abbott to step up and ensure his ministers act accordingly and back his words of wanting to be a Prime Minister for our people. A good starting point would be here in Gunnedah and stopping this destruction. To Whitehaven Coal, I say, we are not going away, and we won't roll over and play dead while you destroy what is sacred to us. We'll fight for our ancestors, our elders and our families and our country. And just remember David and Goliath, but also remember who came out on top.